your team will be the one to beat next season. Is that something that motivates all of you?
I think anytime, you win the Super Bowl, teams are obviously going to be, coming after you. And, we've had success here over, the time I've been here. So, obviously teams are gunning for you when you have more successful seasons, but that's something we're, prepared for and, expecting. And, you already hear things like Super Bowl lulls and things like that. And those are things that I really just don't think will exist here. Everyone wants to get better and, everyone's, got in on Monday and we're, 2022 is the focus and, we're moving on and trying to get better.
And now that you have a season with Matthew Stafford, how good is the chemistry between him and you?
Yeah, it's awesome. I think that's an ever growing thing, and just coming in, having a year under our belts together is, something we'll be able to grow on. And, versus last year coming in and, just meeting them and, really not being his center till, midway through camp. So, having a full off season and training camp going in with him and getting better is something I'm excited about. And, something that he provides for me. So working with him is something I look forward to and something that makes not just me, but everyone better. So glad to have him in our locker room.
Thank you, Brian.
Maria?
Hey, Brian, how you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Very good, thank you. I know there were a lot of reasons why you really wanted to come back to the Rams this year, one of them being Matthew Stafford, but can you elaborate on a few other ones as well?
Yeah, again, I'll go back to, we just won the Super Bowl and have one of the most talented rosters in the NFL. And that's just something you want to be a part of, something you want to, coming to Cal Lutheran and hanging out with these guys is something that, one of the best parts of my day. And, I have a lot of friends here, have a lot of teammates here and guys that, I want to continue to work with. And, it's kind of the devil you don't know. And I didn't want to find out what that was leaving here. And, I was happy here. I've been happy here and it's a good place for me to, keep getting better at football and helping this team be successful.
There's always changes, obviously, from season to season, and especially, coaching changes, things like that. How long does it kind of take you to acclimate to that?
Yeah. That's the NFL. I think that's one of the biggest differences from college to the pros is, every off season you get into a new locker room that really is essentially a new team. I don't know how many coaches we've lost or how many players we've lost, but we got some new blood in here and it's been fun getting acclimated with the new people who are going to be joining us going forward and welcome them with open arms and excited to kind of find out and start building the identity of the 2022 Rams.
Thank you, Brian.
Yep.
Stu?
Hey, Brian, what's this offseason been like for you? From my perspective, and correct me if I'm wrong, it kind of feels like this is the first truly normal one that you've had, just kind of given some of the different things you've gone through over the last couple of years. What does that normalcy or stability, I guess, allow you to do, or how does that help you?
This is really my first season since 2019, coming in kind of healthy, having a little bit of clarity and having a real idea of what to expect. So, it's nice having that, in the back door, but at the same time, I'm still the same person, still have, new goals this year that I'm hunting down and things of that nature. So, I'm just excited to keep working on those. And like you're saying, having the off season, won the Super Bowl. So I guess I can't say it's, ideal having, 6 weeks off or whatever it was, but I'm grateful for, being healthy and going into it with, kind of a clear mind. So just having that is everything.
Thank you.
Jordan?
Hey, Brian, how's it going?
Jordan, what's going on?
Not much, man. Hey, Rob Havenstein told us you have some pretty high profile wrestling takes, so we'll have to get those at another point here. But wondering, I should have asked you this last time we talked to you, but wondering how you got through that elbow injury. Obviously you played through it for the majority of the season, but could you kind of detail what happened and how you kind of got through that time?
Yeah, on it was the third or fourth play of the Titans game. I partially tore my UCL in my elbow, which is like Tommy John, and nothing that needed surgery or anything like that, but it was a minor tear that just kind of aggravating, but it's the NFL. Everyone's hurt and dealing with something. I think Tennessee was week 8 or 9, so it was really the first time in the season where I was facing adversity with my body. So it's one of those things that's annoying. Kind of annoying to have to snap with a brace with your arm locked out and things like that. But you figure it out, you get through it, and kind of situation's a situation. So just keep getting it stronger, and it stopped bothering me probably around the middle of the playoffs. I felt good. I think I took the brace off like week 15 or 16 maybe. So I wore it for a while, but just got to strap up and figure it out. So.
And then kind of a random pivot question, but the Rams, especially their middle to later round draft picks, during the draft process, they put a lot of time and resources into figuring out like who you are and who you're going to be as a person. Did you ever get a sense on how deep their background checking of you or their study of you as a human was at the time? And do you remember anything from that?
Well, usually for later round guys, they don't do as much research as the guys earlier, so slipped a little there. But they sent scouts to my high school and stuff. I think a scout went to like my middle school maybe. I think that was kind of the most bizarre thing. Like middle school teachers who I haven't talked to in 10 years at that point, messaging me that the Vikings came in today, the Bears came in today, like whatever it was. I think they were just excited being middle school teachers, having NFL scouts come in to ask them what I was like as a middle schooler. So I think that's kind of the biggest thing there.
Thanks, Brian.
Kevin?
Brian, good to see you.
Good seeing you.
We were just talking with Cam Akers. Obviously, his comeback last year was a great story, but he didn't sound as if he was entirely satisfied with how those 5 games went for him at the end of the season. How do you kind of assess what he did in that last month? How the running game did in general?
Yeah, just looking at Cam's injury, and I know he's a freak. He's an awesome running back, and when he really is 100% healthy, sky's the limit for him. And I've been in the position where you're playing football where you're not 100% healthy, and I don't know what the case was there, but coming off of an Achilles 6 months and doing what he can to help our football team win, I'm just having him back was awesome. And he definitely, just his energy, who he is as a person, provides a little spark for our offense, having him in there. So we're grateful that he was willing to push the pace to get back for us. And it's hard coming off of an injury like that. And his first real snaps were week 1 of the playoffs. So guys are not even midseason for him. You're in the playoff hunt at that point, and he's getting his first snap. So I know he'll be a lot more comfortable going into this training camp, and he'll, even from playing those 5 games, he's going to learn a lot and be a bunch better than he already is. So just excited to keep seeing his growth and progression.
Mm-hmm. And then thinking ahead to the draft and the roles that the rookies coming in might play as rookies, you're a guy who understudied for a year, right? You didn't get a lot of offensive snaps. Yeah. What was the benefit or the detriment to you as you look back of kind of watching, practicing, but not being thrown in?
Yeah, I think I could learn without the pressure of screwing up for the organization or a game on Sundays. You just go out and practice and keep getting better and controlling what you can control. And it's hard to play as a rookie in the NFL. Like every year there's these guys who freaks that are rookies, but it's not common. There's not many of them, and a lot of guys really do need to develop, and a lot of guys struggle. And just having time to spend time with what you don't know and figure it out and kind of get through those hoops is huge. And just having time to be able to do that, I think, was awesome. So just learning behind John, and even when I was out with my knee, just continuing to learn and kind of help Austin when he was playing, and be there for him and just keep growing and learning through his problems or learning through his success, whatever it was. And those are things that you can't really do while you're playing.
Mhm. Thank you.
We'll wrap with Greg and then Gary.
Hey, Brian, thanks for doing this, man.
No worries.
Hey, when we were talking to Rob yesterday, he said one of the reasons you guys have such good turnout at these voluntary workouts from the veterans is because guys like being at these things. They like being around their teammates. They like learning. Can you speak to that overall camaraderie on the Rams that may not be the same on a lot of teams?
Yeah, I just think we have a awesome environment, really. There's no such thing as a dumb question. Everything's a conversation and open dialogue, and no one's trying to degrade anyone or be a coach who likes to scream. We're really trying to learn and really trying to get better. And I think the environment that Sean, puts in place here really is just a welcoming environment, and no one's on edge. Everyone really is, all in to get better and, do what they can to make the team better. And, I got buddies around the league. You talk to guys and it's not like that other places. So just grateful for Sean and what he's done here and places that he's made for us. Cause I said it earlier, but there's not many guys in the NFL who say they look forward to going to the building. They look forward to practice, and this building, everyone loves being here. Everyone loves being a part of it. And best part of my day is coming here. Worst part's leaving. So have a lot of fun here, and a lot of good friends in this building and a lot of people I trust. So makes it easy to come and work. And when you have an environment like that, you're going to be better than if you're looking over your shoulder and worried about screwing up or pissing the wrong person off. There's none of that here.
Appreciate it.
And Gary.
Hey, Brian, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Rob was saying earlier this week that there is no replacing Andrew Whitworth. That's, to think that that's going to happen is foolish. I'm just wondering from, your perspective, if you agree with that and where, even though I know you're only a week into the offseason program, where that absence kind of, is most obvious. I mean, in terms of like looking to your left in a meeting room, or, how does that manifest itself?
Yeah. I'm going to agree with Rob. I don't know. You guys might know. I don't know if Jason Peters is retired or not, but there's not many 39-year-old tackles that are on the market that you can go get with that experience and wisdom. Actually, I know that doesn't exist. So, you can't replace the knowledge and wisdom he has, because you don't know what you don't know. And, he learned those things over, 15 years, for us just to be around him and kind of get to see and pick the pieces that we can learn from that was awesome and grateful. But, we're obviously going to miss him, and, it's going to be a different room and, different hierarchy, if you will, and, who's going to kind of step up and fill that void. But I think we're just going to keep doing what we've been doing, keep working on ourselves, focusing on ourselves, and keep getting better. And those things take place naturally. And you can't fake leadership. You can't fake stepping into a role. Guys don't buy into that if it's not authentic. So I think everyone in the room is going to keep being themselves, and that'll be enough. And there's enough leadership qualities in there where whether it's Rob, me, Dave, Coleman, Joe, all these guys, Bobby, guys who have been around for 3-4 years at this point. Everyone knows what the standard is and knows what the expectation is. And I think it'd be a disservice to Andrew Whitworth if we didn't withhold that. And I think everyone in the room feels the same way.